Temiloluwa, Ayelotan, and I'm giving a presentation on Med 9008 assessment titled The Little Mermaid 2023, a Disruptive Influence on the Creative Industries. Using Walt Disney Pictures' The Little Mermaid 2023 as its case study, this presentation discusses and analyzes a current disruptive influence on the creative industries. It also evaluates the positive and negative impacts of this disruption on audiences, creative industries, and content creators while focusing on its financial and economic impacts. The live-action remake of The Little Mermaid 2023 has proven to be a disruptive influence on audiences, creative industries, and content creators, and is also heralding a culture war between the white and the black. Since Disney's introduction of the key of inclusion to its long-standing four keys, safety, courtesy, show, and efficiency, following a series of edition sections conducted in 2019, it has stayed faithful and committed to its principle of inclusivity. However, staying true to this commitment, in its soon-to-be-released The Little Mermaid 2023 has yielded both positive and negative responses from its audiences. There have been a lot of uproar and racist backlashes on Disney ever since the announcement of the casting of Halle Bailey as Ariel in The Little Mermaid 2023. Disney now faces the disruptive impacts, both positive and negative, of its character alteration. Now, the positive impact of the production of the live-action remake of The Little Mermaid 2023 on audiences. It is without doubt that there has been a little representation of black people in the creative industry. Since Disney's 100 years of history, there's only been one black princess, Princess Tiana, in The Princess and the Frog 2009. And the fact that Halle Bailey is playing the second Disney princess has gladdened the heart of so many blacks, especially the young ones. The heartwarming trend of young girls reacting with pure joy after seeing Disney's princess who looks just like them has been captured and reported by ET Canada. Let's have a look. Reactions beautiful? In an interview with ET Canada's Keisha Shanti at D23, Halle declares that the most magical part of her experience in the film is knowing that somebody like her is playing an iconic role of Ariel. Let's listen to what she has to say.
Would have meant so much to me as a little girl if I had the opportunity to see someone like you playing this character. What does it mean for you to play something so iconic?
Wow, it means the world for me to play a character like this. Like you said, if I would have seen a woman who's my skin color on the screen when I was little, I think it would have changed so much for me and my whole perspective on life. So the fact that I get to do this is really surreal, and I'm just so grateful, and I just hope people really love what we brought to the film.
Halle is not just representing herself, she is representing every single one of those girls. She gives them hope and the license to dream, because Halle's presence on the biggest screen proves that if a black person can achieve that feat, then any black or brown-skinned girl can certainly dream as big. Seeing themselves in Halle's character is significantly important, and the millions of dreams that this movie will inspire among the next generation is immeasurable. Now, let's take a look at the negative impact of the production production of the live-action remake of The Little Mermaid 2023 on audiences. It is quite unfortunate that despite the numerous positive impacts the character of Trisha in the live-action remake of The Little Mermaid 2023 has on the lovers of the Black Princess, there are so many people, mostly white, who have been kicking against this disruption on the ground that the Black Disney princess Ayelotan looks nothing like the animated mermaid with red hair from the original 1989 classic. The trailer of the upcoming live-action remake of The Little Mermaid 2023 immediately becomes a target for internet trolls, receiving almost 3 million dislikes and leading to the disabling of the thumbs down button on the trailer. There have also been various controversial arguments with racist backlashes from fans over the casting of a non-white actress as the lead on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. And these tweets and comments have also come with the hashtag #NotMyHero. Let's take a look at some of these comments on Twitter. The mermaid is white, period. Us white girls we grew up with The Little Mermaid deserve a true-to-color hero. Disney, you made a huge mistake by hiring Halle Bailey. This is going to the trash. Oh no, Disney. Disney used to make magic. Now there is shameless creativity bankrupt walkabout that can't create anything new. So reimagine the classics but make them Blackpool. How sad. Having examined the negative responses The Little Mermaid 2023 have generated from its numerous audiences, the questions that arise are, will it do excellently well at the box office? Plus, what will be the financial impact of its release on content creators and creative industries? Again, did Disney carry out a risk assessment to predict the success of the film? These questions take us to the impact of the production of the live-action remake of The Little Mermaid 2023 on creative industries and content creators. While it may be difficult to accurately tell the impact of the disruption in the remake of The Little Mermaid 2023 as it is yet to be released, its impact is presumable. If those who support Disney's principle of inclusivity and diversity are able to douse the voices of the racist, and The Little Mermaid 2023 yields a positive outcome by doing excellently well at the box office, then the persistent inequalities at the creative industries has a greater chance of being addressed and resolved, thereby leading to an additional annual revenue of a whopping sum of $10 billion as stated by McKinsey and Company. Based on its research, McKinsey and Company explains that the barriers that undermine equity in content development, financing, marketing, and distribution is a substantial cost of more than $10 billion in annual revenues to film and TV industry. This is well explained in the video on Black representation produced by McKinsey and Company. Let's have a look.
7% of TV executives and 92% of film executives are white. Less than 6% of Hollywood film writers, directors, and producers are black.
The industry stands to gain an additional $10 billion in annual revenues, about 7% more each year, from addressing racial inequities.
Films with 2 or more black professionals in off-screen creative roles, producer, writer, or director, for example, receive significantly lower production budgets, more than 40% less than other films.
In 2019, the top films with black leads were distributed in fewer international markets on average, yet they earned nearly the same global box office as films with white leads, and earned more than those films on a per-market basis.
As can be told from that video, a negative outcome of the production of The Little Mermaid 2023 will definitely prevent diversity and inclusion in the creative industries. and this will significantly influence and affect both the content creators and the creative industries, especially the blacks who have over the years been clamoring for equal on-screen representation. Presently, as pointed out by Jonathan et al. 2021, emerging black actors receive significantly fewer chances early in their careers to make their mark in the leading roles compared with white actors, and they have a lower margin for error. Both film and TV still have very little minority representation among top management and boards. Film in particular is less diverse than relatively homogeneous sectors such as energy, finance, and transport. A complex interdependent value chain filled with dozens of hidden barriers and other pain points reinforces the racial status quo in the industry. The handful of black creatives who are in prominent off-screen, above-the-line positions find themselves primarily responsible for providing opportunities for other black off-screen talent. Unless at least one single member of a production is black, black talent is largely shut out of those critical roles. All the points highlighted by Jonathan et al. 2021 is explained in the video on black representation also produced by McKinsey and Company.
Historically, straight white men have been able to write whatever they want. There's this assumption that they set the standard of what good storytelling is, and we still see that today, such that when someone who is not a straight white man does it, they're surprised. So there's no need to find writers from any other background if you think that's the case.
Even though I was staff writing on a popular, well-received show, it was still tough to find an agent. They never have to stretch to see themselves in other people or spaces, so they'll have a harder time representing people they don't personally relate to. When pitching content, there's a perception that black people can only write trauma. That's blatantly racist.
Most production companies are not predominantly black, nor are they looking for black crews. The predominance of all white production companies flows through the entire value chain accordingly.
I was one of few women, and definitely few black women there, period, let alone in leadership. So there was no one to look up to. You learn to try not to take up too much space, and only speak when you have something important to say. But then peers and others behind you get promoted ahead of you, even when you are bringing more in.
Many former studio execs get production deals as independent producers affiliated with the studio. So whatever inequity is prevalent in the studios will carry over to the mix of producers.
Buyers know who they want to buy from, and they buy from the same producers over and over. They never want to buy from people who are unfamiliar. Even when you have a first look overall deal with someone new, you still won't produce the projects that the talent brings for the same reason. So then you get fewer different people.
As can be deduced from that video, if Disney's The Little Mermaid 2023 fails at its attempt at inclusivity and diverse representation on screen, as with the cases with Peter Pan and Wendy 2023, that has only been able to receive IMDb's star rating of 4.1 over 10, and Pinocchio 2022, a $150 million budget film that makes $33,731 gross worldwide, then all the issues highlighted by Jonathan et al. 2021 and the Marquis and Company videos will be heightened, and this will in turn lead to a huge financial loss, not just to Disney, but also to the creative industries and content creators. To cap it all, while it is understandable that Disney is working at inclusivity and diversity, thereby ensuring equal on-screen representation, I will suggest that rather than change the ethnicity of its character in its movie remake, Disney should include people of diverse cultures in its new concept movies and commission some people of diverse cultures that have a lot of stories and art talent. I will also recommend that Disney gives its audiences what they expect. The issue that arises in the production of The Little Mermaid 2023 deals with Disney's failure to give its audiences what they expect. According to Fry 2019, the cost of making a film is highly exorbitant, and the failure to predict the demand for that product can be catastrophically expensive. Disney's audiences, especially those from the Western world, want the content creators to stick with source materials when making the remake of their movies. And as advised by Fry 2019, the very best films sit in the narrow sweet spot between new and not too new. The introduction of a character that is completely new and that has different color and race has obviously earned Disney numerous negative responses. And it can only hope that the lovers of its Black Princess and those who support its principle of inclusivity and diversity throughout in numbers get their tickets and help it make an excellent box office record. To conclude, this presentation discusses a current disruptive influence on the creative industry. It also analyzes the positive and negative impacts of this disruption on audiences, creative industries, and content creators while focusing on its financial and economic impacts. Finally, it provides recommendations to the issues raised on this disruption. Now, the list of references. And here comes the end of this presentation. Thanks for watching.